Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and I'm here with Ben at the Airbnb. Everybody say hi to Airborne. We are here talking about the deck you played today at the Gen Con in-person Ultimate Cup. Uh, Ben, what'd you play and what'd you come?
We'll word that differently next time. But I played Metalgarurumon X, Good Boy X as I like to call it, and I came 28th.
All right, and let's go over the deck list, and then we'll talk a little bit about matchups and just, I guess, general deck stuff.
So starting with the eggs, we got the standard 4 Cinnamon, of course all pre-release, because you know I do my good boys right. And then I ran 1 Upamon. Everyone typically does starter deck Demi V for this, because you know hand size is everything with this deck. I like Upamon because everyone typically ends up slamming down their searchers, since literally everybody has searchers now. And if it's oftentimes the first baby, a lot of times you get draws. It helps you get to that hand size threshold where you can start making your security attack +1s happen with Digimon. So that's that. And then starting with the rookies. Of course, we're all, well, mostly blinged out with this. 4 good boys. 4 good boys at the X. The vaccinated and boosted variety.
Yeah, those are upside down.
Sorry, I'll flip them out. It's late. Fight me.
Yeah, just so everyone watching knows, all of us slept less than 2 hours last night.
I actually got like 3 or 4.
All right, show off.
But anymore, I'm baby. So I ran 4 of the BT5 Gabumon, 4 of the BT9 Gabu X, 3 of the starter Old Force Gabumon, 1 Drabumon, and 1 Madoki Betamon. Obviously, the 4 and 4 on the BT5 Gabu Search and Gabu X are great. If you're ever put at 3 when you have both of these in hand, you hard play this boy, you search, you hard play, or you digivolve into this boy, you draw, then search. And then for this one, I always like to try to build up the other Gabus first, and then set up this Gabu when I know I'm going to be setting up the stack that I want to win the game with in racing. Drabumon helps the deck more consistently, which is nice. Even with mulligans, a lot of times, you know, we need to draw still. And then Madoki Betamon is great because everyone's running memory boosts. Also, it shuts off or you can if you, you know, get a higher play cost on board simultaneously. So that's it for the rookies. Ignore the pre-release stamp. Someone find me an alt Gabu X finally, please. Champions. Doesn't get any more standard than this. 4 promo Garuru. 4 Garuru X. And 3 BT5 Garuru. Really don't have anything else to say about these. Sometimes I wish I had 12, but I'm pretty comfortable without it. If anything, I wish it was a 5th Garuru X, but that's not legal. And then Ultimates, also pretty boring. 4 promo Word Garuru. 4 Word Garuru X. Somehow the people that placed higher than me with this deck were running 2 Sagittarius mode. I don't understand it. But, or rather how they found the space, but I feel good with 8 most of the time. If I could find space, I would add 1 Sagittarius mode again, but space is honestly kind of tight with this deck at times. And then Megas. 2 EX1 Metalgarurumon, one of my favorite cards. And 3 Metalgaruru X. The 2-3 split is nice. A lot of times Metalgaruru X, you just can turn it on with either the X antibody or the Metalgarurumon. And a lot of times Metalgaruru is nice to choke the opponent with, but a lot of times it just feels egregious at times. Yep. One Omni. We're playing mulligans. I feel safe running 1-ofs in this format. Enough said. And then Tamers, this is where things start to get a little interesting. 2 hero. And 3 cool boy. Hero I run because I run the Delicate Plan package, but however, I get way more mileage out of the hero than I do the Delicate Plan, simply because it beefs up my Wargururu by 2,000, which is actually a substantial amount. If I have just the standard Sunamon and Garurumon underneath, he becomes a 10k. And if I have the hand size bonus with the Gabumon underneath, it's an 11k, which is fantastic. And then obviously, X Antibody can go up to 13k, and a lot of times you just don't get ideal stacks in this deck. You may get the Garuru X, but you don't have the any of the doubles for the levels, so sometimes you have to take risks, and Hero makes everything a calculated risk. Also, the deck feels way, like, consistent enough to honestly be fine without Davis. 2x Antibody for the options. 3 blue memory boost. 1 delicate, 1 ice. X Antibody, I kind of wish I was running 3, but like I said, deck size is kind of an issue, and I think a third X Antibody would take precedence over over 1 Sagittarius mode. Sorry, my cards have been trying to escape the sleeves all day. 3 blue memory boost. I was at 2 when I was testing emergency program shutdown to try to deal with the Sakuya crap, but luckily I didn't run into SecCon today, so I didn't have to worry about that. And then 1 Delicate Plan for obvious reasons, SecCon, and then 1 Ice Wall for obvious reasons, Ice Wall. It's kind of good. And that's the deck.
All right. And how did your matchups go at today's Ultimate Cup?
So, of course, we started early and all of us were running low on sleep. First round happened to be me and Max Tefera. Honestly, I think it was like the first time we had played in a tournament since a GFG event in like 1.5. So it'd been almost a year, I think, if not more. And we both terribly misplayed the first game. The first game, he promoted a stack, went into Grand Kawaga, forgot to Digiverse before he went into Grandis, and they got the 2 swings off. Then I forgot that he had gone into Akuamon, which has the all turns your opponent, essentially the mini Ice Wall effect. Digivolved into Wargurumon. I was like, okay, I should start searching for cards before I go into the Melga X to bounce the Grandis at the end. Well, I accidentally passed turn because I was already at 0. And then game 2, I Digivolved into a Wargurumon on top of a Garuru X deck that had the sources necessary to stay alive. And he promotes, goes into Grandis, swings over with Piercing, and I accidentally flip over the first security before I remember to prevent the deletion by battle, which prevents the security checks from Piercing occurring. So it was already too late at that point. The Wargururu died. I had no board presence afterwards, and I was at 0 security. So that was that. Then my awareness kicked in. I don't know if it was fight or flight or what, but I managed to beat, I think, an Ordainemon kind of deck. It was Mastamon that felt a little more in the Ordain direction. Then I played I think it was a Gallant X afterwards. That was a little scary. Game 2, he went into Crimson mode and cleared all of my security, but there was 1 security left for the check, so he didn't swing for game, and then I was able to kill him the next turn. Then I believe I played against a Mastamon at that point. Mitch, he unfortunately bubbled out of top 32 at the end of the day, but he gave me a run for money. He played really well. Always had Gazimon at the ready when Blue Memory Boost was in the picture to try to help me set up to stabilize. I mulliganed a hand away at the start of the second game that was Madoki, Promo Garuru, BT5 Garuru, Omnimon, and Wargururu X. Because since we were playing Mulligan, and generally fortune favors the brave, I unfortunately, then my opening hand became 3 promo Wargarurus, a Garuru X, and an X antibody, which I ended up passing turn 1 and fell behind immediately afterwards, so that was on me. Then I played a green OTK deck, I believe, after that. Had almost that identical hand show up in game 1 or game 2 as the hand for Mastamon, and this time I did not put it away. I think I had an Isolol in it as well, but I made sure to actually take advantage of it this time. Steamrolled the green OTK player game 1, game 2, got really close. He managed to get the grandest stuff off, Grand Kawaga. He couldn't find the grandest, which is why I lived. Managed to bounce it, stabilize with a Melga X that didn't have any security boosts. Chipped away. He electroshockered my Melga X after I got another stack built up, and then I was able to retaliate and basically set up a lethal, and he wasn't able to deal with it at 3 memory with just a rookie coming from raising. And then the final round was Alphamon. First game, good boys did good boy things. Second, there was 2 Alphamon Oryukin in security early on, and I was like, sweet, I don't have to worry about dying in 1 turn. And then the second game, I made it very difficult for him. He set up a Digimon on board, put a Madoki out to prevent him from being able to go into Oryukin if it was... I got the Madoki out after the Alphamon came down to prevent him from going into Oryukin, but I also had a Garuru on board, I think it was BT09, to make sure that when he went into Oryukin, it would pop the Garuru and keep the Madoki alive so that he wasn't able to continue his turn by using the effect to send all the stuff to the bottom of the deck. And was able to set up a lethal shortly after that. And that was that.
All right. Are there any changes you would make before playing the deck again, especially in formats without mulligans, as we're done with ulti cups for a while?
I'm definitely gonna go back to 14 rookies. I was running 2 Madoki before. I might just go ahead and run 4 of the ST8 Gabu. Just the amount of value you get off of being able to go into Gabu X on top is just huge. And I think the 1 Madoki might be fine because generally it just comes up situationally. Another thing I would like to test is Lightning Joust at 1. Since I'm already running the hero package, and D-Reaper is a problem. If they ever get double Gatekeeper on board, you are dead. There's nothing you can do. You have no way to bounce anything. So unless I'm playing like BT1 Omni, which seems kind of a stretch right now with Mega Fusion Band, I need a little extra oomph, and also I think it could help Wargarurumon not only survive in security without the padding from the Garuru X inheritable, but also be able to allow us to OTK even quicker off of just Wargaruru and Wargaruru X. So I think it might be worth testing.
Also, they're foil now. As of today?
Yes, as of today.
Nice. But yeah, thank you for sharing the deck list. Congrats on getting a Pyodramon today. And any last words before we wrap this up?
Shout outs to the boys in the house. We held it down. A lot of us ended up placing top 32, which is pretty great. It felt like everyone had a bad start, and I feel like we can blame that on sleep.
Yeah, I think the number between like the 3 hotels of the people we know and like B&Bs that came up, it was like 10 out of 32 was like the group of people we know. So that was pretty hype.
Right, and then shout outs to the local Louisville scene. Our boy Patrick ended up getting 3rd, which was kind of heart-wrenching. He was playing Mastamon, and he drew, which was his best chance at getting an Omnimon, because if he had won, he would have had to play D-Reaper, and that matchup is basically unwinnable. Shout outs to Nando as well from DA, who's also one of my locals, getting 11th. Shout outs to Grayson, also from DA, GTS, managed to barely inch in the top 32. Yeah, we came out hot and heavy, and we're gonna keep doing it for the rest of the weekend. So
nice. And I don't know what order these are gonna upload in, but we also have Trey's deck profile and mine coming up as well. I don't know, again, the order, so maybe you already watched mine and Trey's. But other than that, thanks for watching. Thank you for forgiving the shaky hands, and we'll see you on the next video.
Stay flat.